Getting rich is not easy, but it is pretty simple. Every person who has ever built real, lasting wealth has gone through the same 3 stages. And when you study the pattern, you realize that no matter where you're starting from, there is a straight line to where you want to be. All you've got to do is follow the steps, and in this video, we're revealing exactly what they are. Welcome to Alux, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Now, before we get into this one, we need to define what rich actually means, because if you're thinking super yachts and private jets and billion-dollar penthouses in Manhattan, that is not really what we're talking about here. When we say get rich, we mean getting to the point where money is not a source of stress in your life anymore. It doesn't factor into your decisions, and in case life throws you a curveball, you're ready for it. And if you're thinking, well, some people inherit their money, well, that's also not what we're talking about here today. Here at Alux, we believe that anyone can get rich if they're willing to do what it takes. And the good news is, everyone who has ever built wealth on their own, without winning the lottery and without daddy's money, has followed some version of the same 3 stages you're about to see. Their stories might look different on the surface, but underneath it all, the pattern is the same. And once you see it, you'll realize you can get rich as well. So here are the 3 stages of getting rich. The first stage is all about laying the mental groundwork for your wealth, and it begins with something most people skip because it doesn't feel like a financial step at all. But it is, okay, trust me. You have to shift the way you see yourself, and most importantly, you have to stop thinking of yourself as poor. There's a big difference between being broke and being poor, and most people never learn to separate the two. Being broke is a temporary financial state. It just means you don't have money right now. Being poor is an identity. It's when you start telling yourself stories about what people like you can or can't achieve. And if you carry that identity with you, it doesn't matter how many strategies you learn or how much you know about investing. Some part of you will not believe you belong on the other side, and you'll lose that race before it even begins. So your first step is to start identifying as someone of value because you are. This isn't about delusion or manifestation or pretending you're already rich. You don't have to repeat affirmations into a mirror, okay? It's just about choosing to see wealth as something that is available to you if you're willing to build it. Once that identity shifts, your next step is to reset your relationship with money itself. Most people grow up thinking that you work hard, you get paid, and you spend your money on your wants and needs. They see money as a reward. But wealthy people think differently. Now, obviously, you need to pay for food, housing, maybe even a vacation here and there, but the rich understand that money is useful beyond their immediate day-to-day life. They see it as a resource to deploy when you want to make bigger moves possible. So keep that in mind because we'll talk about that later. But for now, the final step in this stage is to take control of your environment. And this is make or break, because nothing you do will ever matter if you're in the wrong environment. You see, the world around you shapes your behavior far more than your intentions do. You can have all of the motivation in the world, but if your routines are chaotic, if your workspace is a mess, if your days are unstructured, and if the people closest to you don't believe in the version of you you're trying to become, you are fighting a losing battle every day. Wealth, it just doesn't grow in that kind of soil. It's acidic or something. You need an environment that makes discipline easier, not harder. And yes, sometimes that means making some tough choices. Letting go of toxic friendships, addictions, and even simple distractions like social media. If you want to build wealth, you can't drag that dead weight around with you. Your environment should make discipline easier, not harder. The best part about this stage is that you can do it. Right now, just make a decision. Shift your identity, reset your relationship with money, and commit to reshaping your environment. Once these foundations are in place, you'll finally be ready to start doing the real work. And, here at Alux, that is what we're all about, okay? And if you're the kind of person who has big dreams, which let's face it, if you're watching this video, you are that person, then we've got something we want to share with you. The Alux App. We built an app that's basically like an interactive version of this video. It helps you to get rich. The difference is, It's a lot more personalized for you. Inside the app, our algorithm designs a step-by-step plan for you to achieve all of your personal and financial goals. And it works because it's based on helping you learn the right skills you need at the right time. From confidence to investing and entrepreneurship, all taught by world-class professionals. It's the fastest way to become the 1%, and you can download the app right now for free. Just go to Alux.com/app or click the top link in the description of this video to download it. And if you come back and scan this QR code on screen, you'll get access to everything we have to offer for a whole year at 25% off. You gotta invest in yourself, my friend, because your money only grows when you grow. All right, let's move on in this video, okay? So, the next stage of getting rich, where the magic happens, is doing the work. Now, unfortunately, this is where most people fail. You know, earlier we said that getting rich is simple but not easy, and this stage right here is exactly why. What we're talking about in stage 2 is not complicated, like, at all, but it doesn't happen fast. Remember, when we say get rich, that doesn't mean you can afford a vacation and a nice dinner. It means getting to a place where you can buy a home, support a family, and invest for your future without stressing over money. If you want to build that kind of wealth, the kind you don't see on Instagram, well, it takes patience, okay? But that's where a lot of people get confused. When most people think about patience in terms of money, they think it means getting an easy job, putting your money in stocks, and waiting until you retire. First of all, that doesn't work, okay? And secondly, that is not patience, it's laziness. Patience isn't slow, it isn't passive. It doesn't mean you don't have urgency. Patience is being willing to work hard and move fast for a long period of time. If you want to build real, non-social media wealth you can buy more than just likes with, what you need is urgency day to day and patience year to year. Decade to decade, really. If you have that, and you're willing to follow these simple steps, you, my friend, are gonna get rich because, like we said, it is simple. The first step to getting rich is to choose the right path, but it can't just be anything. You need a profession with asymmetry, where the effort you put in can lead to disproportionately higher rewards. Now, that might be a high-income career, or starting a business, or a hybrid of both. Whatever the case, you need a field. The number of hours you can physically grind through in a week doesn't determine how much money you make. That's why becoming a translator or something tied directly to your time is a pretty tough way to get rich. Your income will always be capped. But in entrepreneurship, or even a career like law, finance, or engineering, you can build real leverage in the long term. Now, this part's gonna be different for everyone, but once you've chosen your path, you have to become so good that people cannot ignore you. Again, patience. There just isn't a hack for this. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes failing, fixing, learning, and showing up to work the next day without losing your enthusiasm. It is not sexy or glamorous, but you have to dominate your domain. And the reason you need to build that level of skill is that poor and middle-class people get paid to work, but the wealthy get paid for results. There's a massive difference between the two. Work is like assembling hamburgers at McDonald's. Results are designing the hamburger, designing the kitchen, turning the process into something that scales. You can obviously see why one of those is more valuable than the other one, right? Work is linear. Outcomes come with leverage, and leverage is what creates wealth. So in your career or building a business, that's what you need to focus on, producing outcomes. Over time, bigger and bigger outcomes, because that is how you build wealth. And remember, since you're in this for the long haul, there is another skill you need to develop. Industries change, technology evolves, and opportunities pop in and out of existence in a heartbeat. If you stay attached to the old, you get left behind, and that's why over the course of the years, you need to have the ability and the willingness to reinvent yourself. So stage 2 is the work stage, but work isn't all it takes to build wealth. At some point on this journey, you're going to start earning some serious cash, but this is when you have to remember what we said all the way back in stage 1. The rich don't think of money as a reward. They see it as a tool to make bigger moves happen, and that's what stage 3 is all about. Stage 3 is where all of your work finally starts turning into actual wealth. But this part, well, it requires a lot of self-control. Throughout the entirety of Stage 2, and really throughout your entire working life, you have one big financial responsibility that will determine whether you get richer or poorer, and that's whether or not you operate on a surplus. Now, don't worry, okay? That's just a fancy word of saying you need to earn more than you spend. Now, unfortunately, this is where a lot of people fall into temptation, because whenever they start earning more, they start spending just as much. Now, to be fair, some of that is natural. As you level up, you want better things, better experiences, a better life. And that's fine, but your spending cannot rise at the same speed as your income. If you want to build real long-term wealth, you can still upgrade your life, but you want that gap to get as wide as possible. Everything you're going to do from here on depends on that. The very first thing you build with that surplus is an emergency base of cash. Now, this is not money you invest. It's a 3 to 12-month buffer of expenses that protects you from life's surprises and, more importantly, gives you the ability to take risks when you want to. Now, remember, this stage is about making bigger moves. So if you ever want to quit a job, start a business, pivot careers, or fund a new project, this is the money that makes it possible. Once that's in place, you begin investing consistently. Now, the stock market can feel pretty intimidating from the outside, but we just made a video explaining it last week, so if you're in the dark, watch that one right after this. Now, the important point here is that you're thinking in decades, so you don't need to day trade or panic every time the market dips on a random Thursday. No, the goal is to be consistent. And then there's property. Now, not everyone wants to buy property as an investment, but for most people, owning a home is one of the clearest paths to long-term wealth because it gives you something real, something physical, something that generally grows in value over time. Now, as your investments grow and your life evolves, you'll eventually diversify into more income streams. But the key to do this is to do it at the right time. You do not need 5 side hustles. You need one strong core, your job or business. Then you need to build secondary streams that are passive or semi-passive. Projects you can grow slowly on the side, assets that produce money without demanding constant attention. If you zoom back out right now, things are looking pretty good, right? But before you celebrate, there's still one more threat to take care of. You see, getting rich is one thing, but a lot of people completely forget that staying rich takes some serious effort as well. Taxes, inflation, poor decisions, bad habits, and bad people can chip away at your money faster than you'd think. So systemize your savings, put safeguards in place, and use insurance correctly. If you do this, give it a few years and trust me, okay, you'll reach the point we set out to reach at the start of this video, the point where you no longer worry about money. Big moves like buying a house won't terrify you, and your income, your savings, and your assets will give you a sense of peace instead of nothing but stress. If you get to this point, you're rich, my friend. Not Instagram rich, but real world rich, and that matters more, okay? You've made it. However, there is a secret 4th stage we didn't tell you about in the beginning because, let's face it, if you do everything we talked about in this video, you'll be rich enough. Rich enough is the goal of this video, but it doesn't need to be the end of your journey if you don't want it to be. You build the mental foundation in Stage 1. You earn the money in Stage 2. And in Stage 3, you put it to work. The beautiful thing about wealth is that once you have it, it becomes easier to expand than it was to create. That's why people say the rich get richer, because once you're free, you finally have the space to use money as a tool to build a life that aligns with your values, your goals, and your purpose, the way it should be used. So, secret stage number 4 only has one step. It's very simple, and honestly, it applies no matter how much money you have. And that is to simply keep going. All right, Aluxer, we hope you learned something from this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a like. And remember, you can check out the Alux app today for free by going to Alux.com/app or clicking the top link in the description of this video. With that said, take care, my friend. We'll see you back here next time.